Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. We have picked up 2 of the artifacts that we need. The Unmaker's artifacts, and there is 1 more left to collect. We have just grabbed the Fractured Tower. We now have to head, above ground, up to here for the last artifact that will allow us to, I don't know, question mark. But either cause the cataclysm or stop it. We're 75 turns in, or, well, 74 turns in. Now we're 75 turns in. Things have been going pretty well. We're building a little outpost down here just so we can get a work camp. And Star Trail unexpectedly demands that we share our wisdom and lore with her. How about no? How does that sound? Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. We did get another hero here as well from this event. This little dwarf guy. Sorry, halfling. Oof. I think I will let everybody just sit here for 1 turn healing. Meanwhile, we have picked up old Cassius Clay, who just got a new big hammer. And what are we working for? We need 1 more item. We need 1 more tier 2 or higher item for you. You have a Monarch's Leg and a Book of Basics. Let's get you a tasty final item. I love that no matter what I'm doing in this campaign, because there's so many fractured infestations, I am just swimming in binding fragments. I cannot seem to spend them quick enough. This is on a Ranger. We do have Rune of Command Rock. All non-hero units deal 10% damage. I'm gonna give a Puppy Dog Rock. And we're going to call it Throw a Dog a Bone. That's the closest thing to a bone. Throw a dog a bone. We're really getting into the point of the campaign where I just start making gibberish up. Those guys are vibing, waiting. This dragon seems to have left me well enough alone. He took over my Pantheon shrine. But I can't do much about that, so. You healed? I guess you did. We're gonna keep going. They could heal the rest of the way on the way. You are just kind of down here defending this city. But ironically enough, like, I feel like if we're going for a Cataclysm victory, that's fine. I could just leave you there. You do have a Shade. That's going to replace that Looter. And you do have a Collector. You actually need to be making Collector. And both of those guys can go. So I'd make an argument that they could probably go up to the Sandcrawler. I don't know what path they're going to take to do it, but that's on them. You're going to make a work camp. You're going to unlock cheaper combat casting spells. I don't think I want that on this map. Kim the Righteous. We have not set your skills up. So this guy is a defender. What are your items? Lesser Spirit Shield. Flanker with Decaying and Animal Slayer. God, your items suck. I'm assuming this guy gets a random roll. Flanker. I guess I'm going to make you a Shield Bearer. Why not? Charge resistance or always end in defensive mode. I can make always end in defensive mode. I can't make charge resistance. You're not an army leader, so I'm also just going to do this. Bop, bop, bop. And we'll go Still a Stone. We'll go Regeneration. We'll go... I cannot remember what that one is. Nor do I have enough points for that. So we're going to leave the rest of you open. And we'll just get little notifications every single turn. There is an astral rift over here on the edge of Star Trail that is attacking me, so I'm going to just tell these guys to say, attack that astral rift. And we'll keep cooking. My goodness. That hand was the closest thing to a bone? Oh, the hand would have been good. Yeah, you're right. I guess I thought like horn, bone. You know, they're both kind of made out of keratin. That was my logic. Infectious Affliction. Target enemy unit and all connected units get afflicted, disease, status for vulnerability, decaying, and blight damage. Decaying? You know, I'm losing my words today. You there. You're going that way. All of this is in ruins. Cancel. He trespasses on me, not the other way around. You're gonna vibe. Homies, you're all going here. You guys are raiding. You're a shade, which replaces that looter. You need more collectors. You need... This is my capital, which is something I kind of keep forgetting. I feel like nature and healing buffs are probably... Nature and healing spells are probably what we're going to have the most of. I mean, we have healing roots. And then we have... It's actually the only healing buff spell we get the entire game is healing roots. Yeah? Okay. I guess it's that then. We'll build a nature bolstering matrix. Somebody's done a really good job building this build. You got a salvage shop. So let's give you a loot armory. I'll tell you what, you might as well grab that. Now you have the whole Astral Barrens to yourself. You built a Hall of Geomantic Resonance, and now you're out of money. You're going to mend the fracture, which is still going up. I don't have the mana to cast this every turn. I don't know what my plan is here. Trade proposal. You want the Fractured Tower. No thanks. I mean, I respect that you cleared out literally all of the things around the Fractured Tower, but you didn't take it. And I have an outpost here, so get lost, nerd. Read the name. I love E-Jub-Jub. Oh, E-Jub-Jub is so good. You got to pronounce it correctly, though. It's not just E-Jub-Jub. It's E-Jub-Jub. You got to give him the respect he deserves. Tier 3. We're still on Tier 3. So, we had some debate here on whether or not we went Tome of Vigor or Tome of Cycles. I think we're going to go Tome of Cycles, though, just because we get more decaying. We get life-seeded on projectiles, and boy, we seem to have a lot of projectile units. This would give us Tier 4 support, which I don't think we have anywhere else. Oh, this empowers the Sand Scorpions. That's pretty cool. It allows our E-Jub-Jubs to get big. But I'm not sure about that. I do think there's something in the Tome of the Warlord right now that also gives you +1 retaliation attack. There's something else you can get that gives +1 retaliation attack, and I think if you stack it with super growth, all your units get 3 retaliations, which is pretty crazy, especially if you make an army of charge units. Like if you just had an army of war breeds and they all had 3 retaliation attacks, man, you wouldn't have to do anything. I think cycles fits us better.
There is a cycle to all things. The beast feeds upon
Oh
its prey,
no, I'm on all 3 of
gaining strength.
these.
The corpse rots, nourishing the land. Life gives way to death, which in turn gives way to more life.
I don't know that I want Druids of the Cycle. I mean, they
Master
don't
this ebb and flow.
visually fit us. I'm going to go with Blooming Projectiles, though. Where are you going? All the way up there. Okay. You're going to join this fella. You're going to sit right there. You and you are gonna... I'll start making your way up there. Are you guys like hostile to me? No, I guess you're not yet. You gotta work camp, grab that fractured tower, put some palisade walls on here. I'd love to absorb that into a city. E-Jub now can pick up Master of Nature and grab Poisonous Undergrowth. And... I guess you really don't matter. I could just get you, like... a mobilizing presence. Like, there's no reason I have to take a master ability here, despite what my brain tells me I have to do. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. What are you working on? Shade Network could get you an extra 20 knowledge. Arcane Institute would get you 15. Mana Ob would get you mana. Yeah, we're kind of low on mana. I'd like to get up to 100, so why not? If you're using beasts, can't go wrong with Tome of Evolution, Vigor, or Gaia. Yeah. But like we have the Sand Scorpion, that's kind of it. And I guess because it doesn't really affect cavalry anymore. It's not what it once was. Not as broken as it used to be. You guys all good here? You can move a little bit more. Sure. You're gonna pop out. You're gonna pop in. You're gonna pop in. I guess this Severing Golem is gonna lead this stack. 14 and 8. It's getting better. You're like 2,000. 14 and 8 beats that. Okay. A ghost. Can you reach? No, you can't. Let's hope that ghost moves towards us. You made a loot armory. I'm going to have you make stonemason so you can build everything else faster. You made an obelisk. You might as well take that even though it's about to get zapped. How are we doing here? 2, 4, 2. I think we can probably boost that next turn. And then we'll do 1 turn and leave. So we have 2 turns of stuff left. Let's go for the monolith. Why not? Cassius is leveled up. I'm going to give him a big rock. And then I'm going to give him Mighty Stomp. Undying. Safeguard. Disruption. I'll give him Brawn. Why not? I'm going to give him big rock. And you're going to get Throw Dog a Bone, which should unlock your Major Ambition. So you get +1 HP per item tier equipped. Currently giving you... I have no idea. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 21, 25 extra HP. That's actually pretty good. More importantly, you are a recruitment guy, right? Which means... yeah, you're a recruiting governor. Which means when he levels up one more time, all these guys will get like +1 rank. So I actually think I'm going to put him in charge of the mud. And I'm going to want to build a Smith's Guild here. Now, I do not have enough foresters, but the cool thing about these cities is the way that they move. You can kind of boost things in weird ways. Cassius Clay, wonder if he's still in the dungeon building business. He does have his ascension trait is dungeon builder, so he makes a lot of clay soldiers and stuff like that. Constructs would make some RP considering how Jawas collect and sell androids. Yeah, so it's really funny. I didn't actually think of the Jawa thing until we started the campaign. I just wanted to ride scorpions on scorpions. Little baby scorpions riding big mama scorpions. And then the Jawa thing sort of came afterwards, and I was like, oh, ah! That always scares me. Oh, no, do not declare war. Sorry, homie. Otherwise, I think I probably would have made this a golem build. You got a nice army now. So, Sand Scorpion with 2 collectors on either side. A Shade. And currently a Dust Weaver, but I guess I'd probably replace that with a Geomancer in all these armies. And then as far as I'm concerned, like, that's good. That's an in-game army. We haven't built anything here because I'm too scared of doing it before the war starts. Which is hilarious because the production in this city sucks because of it. Mend fracture. What happens if I reduce this below 11? Ah, I can't is the answer. Good to know. Fill at the butcher. You are ready for integration. Somebody sent me a message, but I ignored it. I should make a book of basics for Cassius. I'm gonna hold going off to war with this guy, at least until we have the 3rd artifact. Just because if we don't have to, I don't really see the need for it. An old prospector covered in dirt hails you. He keeps a pouch close to his chest. The grimy prospector's voice is gravelly. I thought it was grimy. His enthusiasm unbridled. So ye be the forge keepers round here, eh? He grinly takes a pebble from his pouch. See this? Flow rock. I know of a secret deposit, but I can't move it on my own. Spare me some workers to help me, and we'll split the bounty. The prospector requests miners from the sandcrawler to unearth a magical stone deposit. Your share will allow for a special project. Materium boon? A padded chest plate, which is not bad. A stone spirit, which is okay. I'll take a padded chest plate. We really don't have much good in the way of armor, so. Dreadnought to be crazy right now. Can always get level 1 books again. I mean, we have alchemy. Alchemy is something we went with. And it's been a pretty fun choice. Now we turned into Yoda. I mean, you are boosted, but I have a bunch of production here, so I might as well use that instead. There's a snake in my boots. How you guys feeling? You are missing a support character. You don't want this Wind Warrior. Cassius is a front line. Well, you know what's a support character is a Severing Golem. Kind of. I'll allow it. Well, you can build archer battlements. Why not? Remember, the scout has leveled up. We either take 30% accuracy or we take 20% critical hit chance. I'm going to take 28% critical hit chance. And then I'm also going to give you withering shots, which, I don't know, is that really necessary on a one-shot kill character? Probably not. I love getting this notification every turn. Trade proposal. Teleporter pack, sure. Denounced by Chrono. Wow. Of all the things. Just when you thought you knew a dragon. Why is he extremely angry at me? You have a ton of grievances. Oh, me, I didn't realize. Oh. Ew. You guys don't like me getting artifacts. Uh-oh, Pesquetios. You know, I do love simultaneous turns, but also it is getting pretty chunky to play. Oddly enough, it's almost not simultaneous anymore. Because I kind of just got to wait for the computer to take their turn. I'm out of money again. Let's grab the vendor there. Ha! I'm faster than the computer. I think maybe I play this game too much. What's the most disgusting build you did, and why would you be afraid to fight it as an AI? The most disgusting build is easily the Astral Oracle Precognition build that actually the computer has during the story realm of Astral. Who did we have? A Pericles? The ghost Pericles, I think is the guy we made who had that. So he was a ghost character who basically didn't take damage. Basically, he had constant precognition, and his entire army had precognition constantly. And so he just didn't ever get hurt. He was extremely annoying to fight. And every time he shows up, I regret ever making him. What do you have? Defense and immunity bleeding. Can I make a thick cloak? Oh, incompatible. So the answer to that is not really. That's the case. I might as well just make more cloaks of the sands. They're kind of boring. Make another ever vigilant helm. Okay, you guys are down there. You guys are down there. You're coming up there. So we have like 2.5 armies up there now. Oh, good. All right. We've made it into this place. So we should start getting those fights now. Okay. Masonic Hall. You're gonna rebuild. You gained a level of renown, so that's level 4. You can be integrated, that's fine. Domain has been invaded. If you integrate a city as a nomad, does it then become a nomadic city? Like if I integrated Thistledown, could I then move it? Interesting spot to build an outpost. I guess we could build some caltrops. AI thinks you're on your way to winning the game and isn't happy about it. Alliance is breaking because they feel used, finally. I mean, the computer is pretty good about that. Our alliance with Puff will never break because, like, he likes us. Ooh. Weird monkey noise. Doop, doop, doop. Can you investigate this? How do I do this? Fractures approached. How does this work? Crackling Mesa, the splitting of essence. An ancient magical complex exists only as drifting fragments beyond access caught in orbit around a fracture. The windborne voice sounds louder here. The great minds who raised this place succeed in creating an almost perfect echo of the well of creation. The power and knowledge of the All-Fathers were well within their grasp. Thus, they split open the magical essence that held the secrets of creation, and it was void. So void that it engulfed us all and drained the world of its very essence, unleashing the cataclysm. Activate the sigils to bind the complex back together. Protect it, and I will reveal more secrets of these wizards. Beware, for the energy surge will attract fractured beasts. Lock my draft and gain tier 1 band flanking, a tier 2 dragon slaying orb, or activate the sigils, receive some knowledge, and get a fight. Get an easy fight. Ooh, cool. Fractured scorpions. I like that their face is just a hole. What do they do? Disrupting sting, phase shift, mana starved. And fractured unicorns. Lol. They did a lot more damage than I thought they would. But, right, none of our magic creatures are healing here. We'll grab Blades of Decay. We're going to cast Blooming Projectiles. We'll also cast Med Fracture. Really trying to keep that down, but it is going up a lot. You got to level up. Let's put regeneration on all your support abilities. Let's give you that book of basics. So, who is in here? 1, 2, 1, and 2. So this is like an exalted army of tier 1 units. And this is just some more fight boys. Ready for fights. I want to make a Dust Weaver. But I think realistically I have like cities that aren't building anything, and that's probably a lot more important. You guys are vibing. You guys are vibing. I really appreciate that vibing is a feasible thing to do now. Like, I don't feel bad that this guy is sitting here. He's leveling up. He's doing what he needs to. I think I have a path to victory. That's not entirely clear yet, but yeah, we'll find out soon enough. I was but a crusader. No, I am not a crusader. What am I? I am a conqueror. I want to battle against the throne city. I could be a collector, or I could be a crusader. I'm going to make you a collector, because you already mostly have tier 2 items. You're going to build a scavenger's vault. You're also ready to annex another province. Might as well. You guys are going to hit another one of these fractures. Around the ominous fracture, inaccessible pieces of shattered building float adrift. The voice carried by the wind's roar. Activate the sigils to bind it back. As your troops ready themselves to follow your command, a band of nomads emerge. Their leader takes a hostile stance and shouts, "Wanderer, you do not understand the forces you are meddling with. Do not listen to the voices of the devils of the wind. Leave this place before it's too late for all of us. This is your only warning." The voice of the winds reverberate. "Looters, vermin, kill them, and I shall reveal where the secrets lie hidden." Interesting. Newport, thank you for 11 months. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I think you can only, if they convert the city. I wonder how vassal nomads work. Do they move on their own? Oh, that's a really great question. And are there vassal nomads? I would love that. If you could vassalize people as nomads. I guess a question I did have, and I thought about doing this, was releasing a city and being like, would it stay nomadic? We can get knowledge, or we could get a looter and a collector of the nomads. Yeah, let's just kill these guys. Not really a problem. Not at all a problem. Jump, jump. Forgot to cast this earlier. Can no longer cast spells for 2 turns. Who is this guy? This like rotting crossbowman. He must be in one of my armies. Ah, he's this herbalist. A new rally has started. Pyre Templars. Ornery Owling Pile Templars. Honestly, I feel like the only guys I like are the ones that come from... Oh, cool. We can actually make Fractured Evokers now. They count as ethereal. It's interesting. They're not racial. They always just like look like weird humans. I guess because they're meant to be the unmakers or whatever they are. Star Trail, Bizway, Devotion, Rocker. These are the guys I like. Though they're looking a lot different. They used to be green. I guess Draconic Transformation maybe made them red? These are puff zombies. You know what? I'm not going to panic about it. I can't cast spells for 2 rounds because that backfired, so that faction's a hoot. They are. They failed miserably in the one campaign we tried them on, but I still like them. They show up quite a lot. Let's grab a market here. Y'all can grab actually I'm gonna grab a Shade Network. Because in theory you know what, I'm also gonna do this. I know it's gonna cost me a lot of money, but it'll help the Shade Network. Infestation has invaded our domain. Oh. Fractured infestation making its way up to the Ark. A couple of level ups. Our Warlock will now inflict weakening. Our Giant, I think I'm gonna take Ever Watchful. I also got him this helmet. Yeah, there's this padded chestplate too. Would that be better for you? Definitely would be. Tier 4 also gives you extra HP because of your special ability. Who's meowing at me? Oh? Are you behind the green screen? Yes, you were. Hi. Little visit from Cindy here. Does that count? No, I gotta go one more. That would count. But that guy's in the way. Well. Hey, look at this. We're actually out of bonding fragments. I guess we haven't been really fighting anything for a while, so. That's okay. We're about to get the 3rd artifact. Next build, Tuscan Raiders with Chaos. Tempting. Tempting. The nomads would also move around, take all the resources, so there is some downside. I guess that's true, right? If you are the nomad, you don't really want other nomads on the map. Cindy is a question mark. It is a pet, yes. She's one of my 2 cats. Down there? No, she was like, "Oh, you're still streaming? All right, I'm out." She wants no part in this. She wants no part in this clown show. Unlike Mona, who was like, "Yes, I'll come in." No more kitty. Cindy's a hard one. Only if she's like really, really needy does she come in. A ruined library floats around the fracture, full of sigils, books written in codexes, and dormant fractured evokers. The voice of the winds resonates loudly. Great is the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wide. Of the knowledge lost in the great cataclysm. Ages have passed, and still no one has discovered that the astral flows are reversed near the fractures, and that, like any current, they can be navigated and diverted. No one has dared to gaze into the void of creation, but those who tried documented everything. Obey me, and I shall teach you how to decipher the code. I could lose basically no knowledge per turn, avoid this fight, and get a handful of gold. Ooh, what's with this guy's face? Can I get that as a helmet? Is that the fractured hood? I love that if so. When you activate the third sigil, the air begins to tremble. The third fractures crackle with energy, drawing in a powerful, devouring wind. The currents surge towards the fissures, siphoning the energy of everything in their path. The fractures swell as they feed on this power, and then suddenly they implode, releasing a devouring wind that's pulled towards the center of the region. When the gusts converge, a massive fracture reappears, restoring a fragment of the plateau it once consumed. A colossal fracture is manifested at the heart of the crackling mesa, and from it a figure emerges, the figure of an unmaker. And also some floating bags. I think those are meant to be on his hips. I think that's meant to be part of his, I don't know, his outfit, his cloak? I'm not sure, but I like that he just has this magic bag floating next to him. Ooh. Ooh. Fractured worms. Dune worms. Ooh, man. See, this is what I want. I want to get this fracture transformation. And I'm upset that I can't just get this throughout. Like that, I need to go through a bunch of... I'm assuming I'm going to get this after getting all 3 artifacts. Like, look how sick it looks, man. I just want to be able to put this on anybody. Probably good reason I can't, but... Hell yeah, dude. Look at your face. Look at that bird. Demolishing Bell of Solace. This is also... Actually, is this? Or is this? This is a special. This is a special item too. It has a lot of stuff going on. Crown of Accuracy, Cloak of Hexing, Enchanted Shoes, Fractured Eagle Mount, Spell Thief, Spell Warden, War Mage. Yep. Let's make sure everybody is ready to party. If you want to come and take a ride with me. The figure besides the great fracture turns. His empty gaze cuts straight through you. His voice, one you've heard before in the winds, claims, "Knowledge is power, traveler, but that is not why we were punished. Because the power of even the All-Father was within our reach, but not even his unjust punishment could stop me. The one who myths speak of has returned. I, Bramble, the Ascended, who has stared back into the void of creation, claim this realm and all that lies within it. Come then, bring your worst." One of the Unmakers is returned through a fracture and challenges all who dare oppose him. Bramble the Ascended. Alright, well, I'm gonna beat your butt. It would be really nice if I could cast this, because it would do 30 physical damage to everybody in here, but unfortunately it would take 2 turns to cast, and I don't have that kind of patience. I'm gonna fight this, obviously. You can't just auto this. There's a cool wizard. Collectivist, why you got ignored? Stream wasn't live. Oh, we're live. It's just I'm bad at reading chat sometimes. Shadow could be a little more shadowy. Fascism in order, it's a bit twisted for you. Chaos absolutely can be good. Yeah, there's always a bit of a blend. You know, none of them should be quite black or white, so to speak. During a combat in this region, the battlefield will be struck by a tear fracture every other turn. Those are bad. Those are real bad. What do we have? Astral Barons, 20% chance of backfiring. But also thank you for following me over on Twitch. I'm better at reading Twitch chat. It's not to say that I'm good at it, but I am better at it. All right, you dweebs. What are we doing? Lots of room. Also have a collector here. I guess let's put you there then. Kim can go front row center. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Jump, jump. We're gonna make a thicky line. Meow, 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 meow. Tonic, regeneration, and status protection. Yes, sir. Boop, 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 boop. I guess warding bond on him. Guess you're immune to being poisoned. Huh. Taunt, stunning bash, rallying cry. Sure. You can just ward then. And everybody else can just go defense. Oh! Can't believe I connected all of my units when they have a bunch of spellcasters who do chain across all units. Cultivate affinity, awakens, mana drain. My puppy! You know what? That's exactly what that puppy is there for, so... Obviously, I went a little further ahead than I probably should have. But it's okay. I have a plan. As hard as that is to believe. Ah, no. I had a plan, and then I forgot that all these guys do mana drain. So I can't cast. I was going to cast Rite of Vigil because it would give like +2 regeneration on everybody. But of course, instead, it's going to do absolutely bupkis. So I guess I'm going to poison and immobilize those dweebs. And, I mean, that's a lot of damage. Is this the wizard? Oh, well, that's good news. How many fervor stacks do you have? 1? That's not enough. Stab him. 22. 24. Take 22. This wizard had a terrible plan. He was like, I'm here and I'm going to kill everybody. Oh no, arrows! My arch enemy being stabbed repeatedly. You'll rue the day. I just don't want to take the flank. I wanted to hit that guy, but I didn't want to take the flank damage from all those dweebs, so I decided not to. 30, 21. I mean, you gotta kind of take 30, given that opportunity. You can move up here. I mean, nobody is like critically damaged. Uh-oh. I probably should pay better attention to that. Because, boy, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a whole lot. I'm gonna remove your triple strengthen. You're in there too. Well, I guess maybe I will be fighting these guys. Skitter, skitter, skitter. Stab. I'm gonna war banner you. Yeah, you're gonna have to move. That removes 2 regeneration on that guy, somehow. This spot looks safe. So only my hero is getting hit here. 7. Not very much damage at all. That's a flank at least. And blind. We do love blind. Pokey pokey. The old pokey stick. Yeah, that did pretty significant damage. 48 physical damage is a lot. Hate that you said stabbed repeatedly. If you said penetrated, I could have made an agent out of no context clip. Every now and then. Every now and then I'll give you one. Bonk. Bonk. That guy's going to be mana drained again also, which is kind of a bummer because I really need that mass party heal. Oh, I have it. Never mind. I'll shut up and stop complaining. 2 times regeneration, 2 times bolstered defense, and bolstered resistance. That's flank. And that guy has Life Stalker on him now. You're going to remove all that strength and regen. These dweebs. Move up here. You seem pretty damaged, little guy. 5. That's not very much. How about 39? That's better. You can kill him. So I guess let's do that. That's a kill. That's a kill. What does Tear Fracture do? Oh, I can cast that spell too. That's fun. I'm going to cast Healing Roots on myself. Volcanic eruptions become active until the end of battle. Oh, good. Just what I needed was more stuff exploding every turn. I was thinking we could use some more things exploding. You could summon a spider. You know what? I'm going to sniper shot him. Meow, meow. I think I'm just going to flank him. So, over here, we've got a big worm. Why do you get regeneration every time I hit you? That's a great question. Oh, gain strength and regeneration for 3 turns when you are disrupted and mana drained or when you are hit by a magic attack. When will I learn that my actions have consequences? Not today, that's for damn sure. Pew, pew, pew. So, you can remove that loot and send it to him. This is not a magical attack. Yes, it is. Okay. It does physical damage, so I guess I could have read single magical attack, but that would require reading, and I'd rather die. Oh, look at that, man. 12 regen on most of those guys. No, my scorpion, but rather my scorpion than a hero. I could just summon more scorpions after all. Death by illiteracy? That's definitely what's going in my obit. Most likely cause of death, illiteracy. Now, you got another one of these boom booms here. And I don't want to be boom boomed. You do, man, a lot of damage. I'm gonna give him a tonic. He's gonna die next turn because he's back on to everybody. I can dig up a corpse though. I'm really not doing the corpse stuff enough. That sounded weird. Something about that sounded wrong. I'm not doing enough weird corpse stuff lately. Really missing out on those corpsey opportunities. Well, you can be stabbed. You are a ninja. Oh, you can kill him. Sure. That's a lot of damage for a ninja. All right, Kim the Righteous. You've got a flank, I think. How kill you? That is a question I have. If bonk, then how kill? With magic? You can stab. He almost got you. I mean, your morale is abysmal. Probably commanding someone like an archer on a flank would do it. Yeah, that's fine. Because these are special characters. So they should just get wiped out. So that's pretty good. I only lost one Sand Scorpion, and it was only a veteran, so I'm pretty sure they summon it veteran at this point. Out of context material galore. Not enough corpses. Wait, we're in a fight for the fate of the realm. You have scavenged a demolishing bell of solace. All right. Bramble the Ascended, what a name, lies defeated at last. Once again, his abilities fell short of his arrogance. From his hand slips an object, the devouring windrose. Unlocks mint fractures. Player gains backfire tailwinds. When healing or buffing spells backfire for this player, it always triggers a positive effect. When a damaging or debuffing spell backfires, it always triggers a negative effect for the enemy. So backfire is extremely good for me now? Yes. Unlocks Divert Devouring Winds. Target province that's marked to be struck by Cataclysm loses its mark and will not be struck. All your units gain Sandwalk. The intricate compasses radiate negative energy. The devouring winds pass through the artifact before rushing towards the great figure as though if it was redirecting them. It seems that Bramble used the energy in alignment to the sigils you activated to create one himself and return from the other side of the fracture. Now that power rests in your hands. The great fractured butthole remains open. With the Unmaker's artifact, you might draw something out of the other side before sealing it. We could get a lot of mana. A fractured tower. Or an entire army of fractured characters. Well, that's kind of fun. I like how it's like a fractured worm, a unicorn, a scorpion, an evoker, a serpent, and also a war shaman for some reason, question mark. Let's take that. Knock $80 out of my economy. As you claim the devouring windrose, the other artifacts begin to crackle. Bolts of negative energy coil out from imbuing you with your power. The energy courses through you from head to toe. Your eyes blaze like beacons of hollow flame, and you feel your body drawing magic from the very air. For just an instant, you can feel it. A power so vast it could change the realm. A power that could defy existence itself. In that moment, you seem to last forever, and you must make a choice. What will you do with all this power, Kanye West? Will you embrace it or free this realm from its yoke? Embracing the power of fractures will lead to an immediate Cataclysm victory. Or redirect the energy to heal the fractures of the realm. As long as you hold 3 artifacts, you become known as the Mender of the Fractured Age. From now on, the domains of your empire can no longer be targeted by Cataclysm. Does not work when a province was already targeted. At the beginning of your turn, Cataclysm meter's progress and level will decrease, stabilizing the realm. When the Cataclysm reaches 0, the world will be cleansed of fractured energy, destroying the Cataclysm and the artifacts and ceasing any unfinished fated region. At the beginning of your turn, nomads will pilgrim to your cities, seeking to join the one who put an end to the fractures. This will increase their population and city stability. Another event will show. Cast off the energy, releasing the power. Safeguard the artifact as their guardian. You will be known as the Guardian of the Hubris, unlocking the recruitment of fractured units in all your cities. They gain 3 extra ranks. Is this the only way to get the Cataclysm victory? I kind of wonder, like, about reducing this down to 0, but I also just want to see what a Cataclysm victory looks like, so let's do it. The entire realm trembles. You feel a brutal disturbance ripple through the astral sea. You finally gathered the Unmaker's artifacts and embraced their power. The devouring winds roar with fury. Their new master summons them and they answer your call. Storms of negative energy begin to darken the sky. Fractures tear open everywhere. Before you, empires kneel amid the remnants of a world consumed by your ambition. All the magic of the realm now courses through your veins, yet it is not enough. Even greater power lies within your reach. Something deep within the astral sea calls out to you. With a mere gesture, you open a colossal fracture to cross it. You are the herald of the fracturing. Nothing and no one will stand in your way. Not what I expected Ejub to do. What was on the other side of the astral sea? Whoa, that's sick. Oh, that's so cool. The devouring winds have been harnessed by the artifacts of the Unmakers. Their power runs through your veins. Hubris or not, you now wield the power of the cataclysms. Jub. Perfect screenshot. Dude, it's just such a cool visual effect. "86 turns. Well, that was a pretty quick campaign, honestly. We won already. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I thought there was gonna be a collection of other events. I honestly, I kind of thought the Cataclysm victory was gonna be like stopping the Cataclysm. But I guess not. Who were we? Brown. Yeah, I see our homies in the yellow here. I guess they're the only ones who got to live the Cataclysm. But we had homies in yellow, and we arguably had homies in white. So we had first and second place. And then third place we were... I mean, the thing was, the only reason these guys stopped liking us was because we had collected all the artifacts. So ironically enough, I feel like if I had sealed the artifacts away, they would have been like, oh, okay, cool. I basically was kind of the impression I could probably get a three-way alliance here, and then I was like, okay, well, I just have to destroy him. I'd have to destroy Skull Stompers, and wherever the blue guy is, down here. It kind of felt like we had this like three-way mega alliance that was just like, I figured I might as well do the Cataclysm. Otherwise, it was just going to be a cakewalk, walking out like three little cities. I did okay in score, considering we only kept 2 cities. Obviously, if I was really playing this a lot more aggressively, I would have taken his stuff out early, which would have devoured, what, a quarter of the map for me, and then I would have went for Skull Stompers and basically just taken the entire underground. Because there was lots of stuff to gobble up down here. But I just didn't really need to. Cool. Now we get to try the other one. Exactly. Jup has proven worthy to ascend. His conquest of the realm has given him a chance to ascend to the Pantheon. Of course. Of course. His ascension trait will be, this is a new one, Scourging Sandstorm. In a 1 hex radius, units sustain damage and you place a sandstorm for 3 turns. I kind of thought about giving him Ascended Alchemist, but, you know, that feels right. I guess this comes from having the Book of Sandstorms. The other 2 Warlord books, probably the Warlord and Warmonger, probably give you 2 other Ascension traits. I'm a little shocked there's not a, hey, you want a Cataclysm victory Ascension trait. Also, I didn't see any way to get that race transformation. Ding, 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 ding. 5 extra points. All right. That's not too bad. That ain't too bad. We got 9 points in total. Can I get all the way to the end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm 1 short for transformation aesthetics. Oh, if only I hadn't spent all my points on getting these stupid banners. I really like that there is a Eldric fractured head. I feel like we're missing a book, you know? Like, I feel like there should be a book that's like fractured magic. Especially when you consider there's Mana Starved Dragon. I'm also a little sad there's no Giant King Mana Starve Giant King stuff. Though I guess it makes a little bit more sense, so. I feel like he should get a special Cataclysm trait as well, yeah. What do we have? The Mana Catcher Staff here is also new. I guess let's get the Molecule Winds Banner. The Subdue Item Infusion. This is pretty nice. We'll grab the Ouroboros. We'll grab the Tyrannid Banner. We'll get Summon Spirit Hawk as an item infusion. We will get the Fractured Eagles, which is fun. Defense Mode Nullify. Ah, cool. So this is like, it does Disrupted on something like a shield. Yeah, on a shield. Requires an Archon Blood, an Astral Dew, and an Arcanium Ore. That's a fun combo. And we will just get this cool Fractured Evoker outfit, which obviously I want to go see what it looks like right now. So if I was just to say, just very quickly, I just want to show this off, you know. Grab a human.
What is their origin culture?
Do whatever.
Choose your first tome of magic. Reveal yourself.
We'll have this old man. What does he look like? Fractured fancy pants. Are you fractured? You're a fractured mage, are you? Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. All right, that's pretty sick. An astral mage as this feels like it would be very, very fitting. Though also very confusing because it's like you're absorbing all the mana in the world. I like how many outfits also blend really well with this. Quite a few of these capes still work with this head. With this head. And frankly, we never have enough body armor, so. Dope.
What is your ruler's origin?
In our next playthrough, we're going to be playing as the Conquest Nomads. I have a build already in mind, so we'll have to come back and we'll have to do them tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us in the meantime. Until then.